Hi guys, welcome back to the course. So we're going to take a quick look at how to convert comic books, magazines, lookbooks, photobooks, and similar content like that for OkadaBooks and other platforms. We're going to be converting these contents to EPUB. So I'm going to show you how to do this with one content, and I am very sure that if you look closely, if you pay attention to this course, you can convert any magazine, any PDF, any heavy content out there to EPUB and upload it on other platforms like Amazon, OkadaBooks, Barnes and Noble, and platforms that basically accept EPUB and heavy content like that. So let's get started. So before we start, I'd like to real quick show you the content I would like to convert to EPUB. So this is Comic Republic's comic book. The name of this comic book is Hero Kekere, the Prime Edition or Prime Edition. Yeah, so we are going to convert this to EPUB. It's originally in PDF format, as you can see, but we are going to convert it to EPUB easily. And there are two ways to do this. I am going to show you these two ways. Just pay attention real quick. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to minimize this, and I'm going to right click on this, and I'm going to open it with Adobe Acrobat. So if you have Adobe Acrobat DC, Adobe Acrobat Pro DC, it lets you export content to other formats basically. So what we are going to do is export this comic book. We're going to export this comic book. We're going to export this comic book to the image format, which is the PNG format or the JPEG format basically. So comic books and magazines are actually made up of pages basically. You see here, this is page 1, this is page 2. They're actually made up of pages. So what we're trying to do now is export these pages to image format again, and then we can then convert to EPUB from there. This is really easy. It sounds really difficult with the way I'm explaining it, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you how. So I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to go to Save As. So I would like to save it as PNG or JPEG, so I'm going to choose a different folder. Let's go back to desktop where we have our working files. So this is desktop. I'm going to show all files. Where is that? Okay, don't worry. I'm going to create a new folder here. New folder. And I'm going to call this new folder Hero Kekere files. Enter. So I'm going to export everything to this folder. Notice that here it says PDF. I don't want to save it as PDF. It's already in PDF format. I would like to save it in PNG format. So I'm going to hit PNG and leave everything else as it is currently. And then don't forget, we're saving it in the new folder we just created. So we're going to click on Save. So it will start exporting. It will export all the pages. If you look closely, you see that all the pages are actually 24. Here, see, here it says 24. So we have 24 pages. I think it's done exporting now, so I'm going to minimize this. Let's look for the folder we created in desktop. This is it, Hero Kekere files. I'm going to open it. So you see, this is page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page by page, all of them. So it will now be easy for me to convert to EPUB from here seamlessly. So all I have to do is open Sigil. You remember Sigil, the software that I had mentioned that is open source and free, that lets you save any file as EPUB. It also lets you format EPUB files. So I just launched my Sigil. If you don't have it downloaded already, don't worry, we are going to include it in the course resources. So once you get to Sigil, the first thing you should do is add the cover of your book. So I'm going to add the cover, other files, desktop. So I'm looking for the cover. This is page 1. I'm assuming the cover is page 1, so I'm going to add it. This is my cover. It looks neat. This is page 1. We're going to add more pages, but first of all, here is a faster way to upload all your content at once and publish. So I'm going to click here, other files. I'm going to select everything except the first page, which is the cover. We've already added that, so we don't need to select it. I'm going to select this and then hold shift key and click on the last one to select everything. Then I'm going to click on open. So what this does is it exports everything page by page like this for you to publish. So you can go ahead and publish like this, or you can do this. You can mark all and delete them. So I don't want everything. I'm going to Ctrl Z. You see, everything is on one page. I don't want everything to be on one page. Let me deselect. I don't want everything to be on one page. I want everything to be like each section, each chapter, each page will be in each page basically. So I'm going to click here, add a new page. So how many pages do we have? Remember, we have 24 pages. We have 24 pages here, so I am going to create 24 pages real quick. Right click, add blank file, right click, add blank file. So I'm going to do that up to 24. So stay with me. Okay, here we have it, 24 pages. It should not be 24 in total because this is page number 1, so it should be 23 pages. So I'm going to delete this last one. So I'm going to come here, delete everything here as well. What I want to add here is the content of the first page. How do you expand this? I'm going to expand this. So you see page 1. Page 1 is my cover. I don't need to add it again. So I'm going to select page 2, add it. So I have added page 2. I would like to align it to center. So I'm going to click here, center align. Then select the next page as well. Click here, page 3. Okay. Align it to center. You see, just align it to center. So I'm going to do that for every page. The next page is, you guessed right, page 4. Click here, align to center. So I'm going to do that for everything. At the end of the day, let me show you what it would look like at the end of this. So I'm going to save this to desktop as usual. I'm going to save it as Hero Kekere Converted, because this is the converted version. And then save. So I have saved it. I'm going to close it. Desktop. So this is it, Hero Kekere Converted. I'm going to right click it and then open with any file, any software that reads EPUB basically. I don't necessarily have to open it with Segil anymore, because this time around I'm not editing the EPUB. I want to just look at it and see what it would look like if I publish it. So I'm going to open it with Microsoft Edge, which allows you to preview EPUB files. So I'm going to open it. So this is my converted file. I'm going to flip to the next page. You see how, because I separated them page by page, you see how they are all set page by page. So this was the last page I added. I did not add everything because we don't have all the time in the world to do that. So you see, so while readers are reading, this might look small or big to them. They have the option of zooming in and zooming out while reading your content. So you don't have to worry about you know, the dimensions, that's the aspect ratios of your comic book or magazine being large. Don't worry about that. The reader has a way of shrinking it. That's why EPUB is very, very dynamic and flexible. It has a way of shrinking everything for you to just go on ahead and, you know, not worry about the size. So see here, readers can choose if they want to read it on like a tiny page or a big page and all that. You don't have to worry about all that. So that's that on that. There's something else I'd like to mention. If you notice, after I exported the Hero Kekere files, they were very heavy. Notice this one is 1 MB, 800 by 1321. This one is 973. So I'm going to go ahead and sort by size. Sort by size. So we'll get the largest one. See, this is 1.25 MB. After we are done, it's going to cause the EPUB file to be very heavy. If you notice here, this alone now is 22 MB. You know, this is a very heavy EPUB file. So if you'd like to reduce the size of your EPUB, you should shrink the size of the images. You can do that with online image compressors. There are a lot of online image compressors out there. There are a lot of online image compressors out there that let you compress your images. So I'm going to open this. There are so many online image compressors out there. You can use compressed JPEG to compress your files. So apart from this software, there are so many other softwares out there that you can use to compress the size of your comic book or your image. If you don't have internet connection, you can right click on it and compress it with your Paint. Yes, Paint can also compress the size of your EPUB. So I'm going to edit this. So it's 1.3 MB and this is the size. So what you should do is come here and change the size. I'm going to change it to 700 instead of 800. Then it will be 700 by 1098. Okay, so I just compressed this. Control S to save. You notice that I've reduced it. I reduced mine to 400 by 627. It's now 520 kilobytes. So if I go on and save now and I check it here, you notice that the size has reduced drastically. I'm going to refresh and look for it. This is it. The size has reduced drastically. So that is how to compress your image size or sizes or your EPUB size. Make sure you compress their sizes before you put them in the EPUB, before you publish. If you compress them, they will be less bulky, they will be less heavy once you upload them. So you can go on and just take this and then go to OkadaBooks, okadabooks.com/publish, or go to okadabooks.com, the publishing site, start publishing, and then just upload your cover here, put the title and everything, select your price for any amount you like, and then click on upload EPUB to take me to, it should take me to desktop. Okay, yeah, so I'll just go on ahead to upload this. You see, so it doesn't really take time. You can just go on and ahead. So this doesn't really take time, although it depends on the size of your EPUB. Mine is 22 MB, so it's taking time to upload. But yeah, that's how to convert your magazines, your comic books, your photo books and lookbooks to EPUB, basically. Let me know if you have any questions or if you need help with this, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.